Good morning everyone. I am Murali Vardali, lecturer in botany, Government Degree College, Autonomous Siddipet. Today we are going to discuss about Orchidaceae family. This Orchidaceae family commonly known as orchid family. Orchid family. So classification of Orchidaceae family. Class Monocotyledons. Series Microspermae. Family Orchidaceae. So in monocotyledons, first characteristic is in seed they have only one cotyledon. Second characteristic is root system is adventitious root system or fibrous root system is present. Parallel venation is present. Trimerous flowers are present. That characters showing plants are included in the monocotyledons. In monocotyledons, Benthamkar he classified directly series. In the series, first one is microspermae. In microspermae, which plants are produces very micro level, very small microscopic level spores are produces, seeds are produces, plants are included in this microspermae. In that, one of the family is Orchidaceae family. This Orchidaceae family is well advanced family in angiosperms and also in monocotyledons. So what are the distribution of this Orchidaceae family? Approximately 800 genera, 25,000 species are distributed. Mostly they are all tropical and rarely in polar regions. Rarely they are all distributed in polar regions. In India, they represent 300 genera, 881 species. In our Telugu states, in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, they distributed 37 genera and 67 species. In this Orchidaceae family, Pleurothalus is the largest genus with 1100 species. Okay, this is the largest genus in Orchidaceae family, that is Pleurothalus. In Orchidaceae family, orchid is the type genus of the family. So based on this orchid, the family name considered as a Orchidaceae. Okay, so in this Orchidaceae, important plants Bulbophyllum nilogarens and Cypripedium callosius. This Cypripedium callosius commonly known as lady slipper orchid. Another one is Dendrobium herbaceus, Heberania roxburghi, Malaxis reedi, Oberania ensiformis, Oncidium altissumum, Archis macula, and Papiliopedium hirsutissumum. It is the slipper orchid. Slipper orchid, that is Papiliopedium hirsutissumum. But Cypripedium is a lady slipper orchid, but Papiliopedium is a slipper orchid. Spathoglatis plicata, Vanda tessellata, Vanilla fragrans. These are the main important plants in Orchidaceae family. Once again, Bulbophyllum nilogarensis, Cypripedium callosius, Dendrobium herbaceus, Heberania roxburghi, Malaxis reedi, Oberania ensiformis, Oncidium altissumum, Archis mascula, Papiliopedium hirsutissumum, Spathoglatis plicata, Vanda tensillata, Vanilla fragrans. These are the important plants in Orchidaceae family. In Orchidaceae family, what is the habitat and habit? In habitat, mostly they are all epiphytes. Totally in Orchidaceae family, they are all growing as a epiphytes. What are the epiphytes? Which plants are growing on other plants, other branches, plant branches, they are called epiphytes. Epi means upon, phyta means plants. Which plants are growing in another host plant, they are called epiphytes. Example, Vanda. Some of the plants are mesophytes. Example, Hebernaria. Hebernaria is the mesophytes. Another one is saprophyte. Example, neotia. So this neotia orchidaceae plant is growing on um, growing as a saprophyte. Saprophytes means which plants are observing food material from the dead decay material. They are called saprophytes. Example, neotia. Another one is lithophytes. Example, malaxis. This malaxis is growing on the rocks. So called, these are all lithophytes. What is lithophytes? Which plants are growing on lith. Lith means stones. They are called lithophytes. What is the habit of this orchidaceae plants? Mostly they are all perennial herbs. Some of the climbers also there. Example, vanilla. Vanilla, it is a climber. In orchidaceae family, root system is, in root system it is advantageous root system. Variously modified root system is present in orchidaceae family. Mainly 5 types of roots are present. One is epiphytic roots, second one is photosynthetic roots, third one is absorbing roots, fourth one is tuberous roots, fifth one is climbing roots. These 5 types of roots are present in this Orchidaceae family. In epiphytic roots, they have 2 types of roots. One is clinging roots, another one is velamin roots. These clinging roots, it is um, useful to attaches the host plant. They are called clinging roots. Another one is velamin roots. These are all very thin and dichotomously branched. They have velamin tissue. This velamin tissue is absorbing the moisture from the atmosphere. These 2 types of roots are present in epiphytic plants. These are the epiphytic roots. Example, vanda. Next, another one is photosynthetic roots. You can observe in photosynthetic roots. In epiphytic roots, you can observe epiphytic roots. You can observe, this is the one photograph. This is one photograph. That is Taeniophyllum. This Taeniophyllum, you can see this is the Taeniophyllum plant. Actually, this Taeniophyllum plants absent of leaves and also stem. Roots are modified into a green ribbon-like structures. They are all useful to photosynthesis. The type of roots are called photosynthetic roots. These photosynthetic roots are present in Taeniophyllum. You can observe it is the, this one is the host plant. These are the roots in Taeniophyllum. The roots are green in color because of they have chlorophyll in leaf. It is useful to photosynthesis. They called it is photosynthetic roots. Next, third one is absorbing roots. These are again 2 types, nest roots and mycorrhizae roots. These are the nest roots, just like bird nest. They are absorbing the aerial in atmosphere. They absorb the moisture and also some of the organic substances from the atmosphere. The roots are called nest roots. In some species, they have associated with fungi. They are called mycorrhizal roots. These 2 types of roots are present in absorbing roots. Next, in some, for example, in bulbophyllum, they have tuberous root system. These tubers store the food material. Next, fifth one is climbing roots. These climbing roots are present in vanilla. It is useful to climb the plant on the host. Next, next character in Orchidaceae family, that is stem. Actually, in Orchidaceae family, stem is aerial stem, and also some plants it shows the underground stem. Erect or climbing stem are present. Herbaceous, glabrous, cylindrical, branched stem is present. Branched stem is present. But in bulbophyllum, you can observe in bulbophyllum, internodes are swollen and form like a bulbs, which are called pseudobulb. These members without this pseudobulb has fleshy and succulent leaves are present, right? This is the characteristic of stem in Orchidaceae family. In leaves, leaves are colline or radial leaves are present. What is colline? Leaves are directly attaches to the branch or stem is called colline. But some species, for example, Ebeneria, this Ebeneria, the leaves are directly attaches to the root. So called it is radial, um, radical radical roots are present. Leaves are exstipulated, petiolate. In some species it is sessile. So petiole is present or absent. Archis, in Archis muscula it is sessile. In sheathing, leaf base is present. You can observe there is a leaf. This is the leaf base. This leaf base is covered with the branch or stem. The type of leaf base is called sheathing leaf base. And also leaves are very simple leaves. Only one leaf is present on the node. So called it is simple leaf. Entire margin. So leaf margin is very smooth. So called it is entire margin. Okay. Next, glabrous. Glabrous means it is smooth. There is no any trichomes or hair-like structures or glands. So called it is glabrous. Succulent. Succulent means it is store the water in the form of mucilage. So succulent leaves are present. Parallel venation. You can observe in this leaf the veins are, these are the veins. These veins are totally, they are all arranged in parallelly. So called the type of venation is called parallel venation. Parallel venation. Okay, parallel venation is present. Leaves are opposite diasticus or opposites. Leaves are present. In some species, the leaves are modified into a scales. Example, Neotia. You know very well this Neotia is a saprophytic plant. It is absorbing the food material from the dead and decay substratum, organic substratum. So they don't want to leaves for photosynthesis. So leaves are modified into a scales. But in Taeniophyllum, the leaves are absent. Already I told that in root system Taeniophyllum, roots are modified into a photosynthetic roots because of leaves and stem are absent. So in this Taeniophyllum, leaves are absent. Mostly Orchidaceae family members shows the xerophytic characters because of they are all growing as a epiphytic plants. So they did not have any sufficient water and water. So they shows the xerophytic characters. It is the leaf character of Orchidaceae family. Next, another one is inflorescence. So inflorescence actually in this Orchidaceae family, inflorescence is based on the position. It is axillary inflorescence, or in some species it is terminal inflorescence are present. Axillary means it is developed on the axils of the leaf. So called it is axillary inflorescence. In some species it is on the apices of the branches. So called it is terminal inflorescence. Actually this inflorescence is simple inflorescence or panicle type of inflorescence. Simple means the inflorescence pedicel is growing indefinite. The plants are arranged in the basipetal manner, acropetal manner. So the type of inflorescence is called simple raceme inflorescence. If it is branched, every branch shows as a simple raceme. The type of inflorescence is called panicle inflorescence. You can observe this. This is the Oncidium. This Oncidium is a they have panicle type of inflorescence. In some species, for example, Archis muscula, it shows the spike type of inflorescence. But in some species, it is a definite inflorescence, that is cymose inflorescence. Cymose inflorescence, in that cymose inflorescence, saltary cymose inflorescence also present. Example, Pogonia. In Pogonia, it's have a saltary cymose inflorescence. Saltary means only one only one flower is present on the pedicel. They are called saltary inflorescence. Next, what is the flower characters? Actually, in Orchidaceae family, the flowers are bracteate, pedicellate. In some species, it is sessile, complete bisexual. So complete flowers, both sex organs, androecium and gynoecium are present in one flower, so called it is complete bisexual. But in some species it shows the unisexual flowers, incomplete unisexual. So both the male and female flowers are developed on different plants, so called it is unisexual plants. Next, zygomorphic flower symmetry is zygomorphic. It can be observed in the, we can cut the both are same equal parts in the one line, that is called zygomorphic. Dichlamydious, heterochlamydious, trimerous, cyclic, epigynous flowers are present. What is dichlamydious? Chlamydious means perianthera developed in two whorls, outer whorl and inner whorl. That outer whorl is calyx, inner whorl is corolla. That two whorls are present in flower, they are called dichlamydious. What is heterochlamydious? It means hetero means both are different. So outer whorl and inner whorl both are in different color, that is called heterochlamydious. Trimerous means total floral parts of the plant, the floral parts are three in number, so called it is trimerous. Cyclic, cyclic means total floral parts are arranged in circular manner, outer, right, second whorl, third whorl and inner whorl. So this is the outer whorl is a calyx, corolla, androecium, gynoecium. These four floral parts are arranged in whorls called cyclic. Epigynous means floral parts of the flower other than the gynoecium, remaining parts are arranged above the gynoecium. That type of flowers are called epigynous flowers. In this Orchidaceae family, the flower is shows as a recipitation. What is recipitation? After development of flower, the stalk of the pistil rotates in 180 degrees. 180 degrees. So in this reason, the posterior twisted to the anterior side, and anterior side is to form into a posterior side. That 180 degrees recipitation is called recipitation or torus, right? So in this recipitation, the labellum shifted from posterior part to anterior side, that it is convenient for the landing of the insect. Okay. Next, what are the perianth? In Orchidaceae family, the perianth is in two whorls. They are called tepals. Why they called tepals? These are sepals also. Sepals petals both are in the same color, so called it is tepals. So tepals are in color 6, totally 6. These are all in two whorl. These are the outer whorl. This is the inner whorl. So both two whorls are present. 3 plus 3. These are all fused or free or fused. Valvate or imbricate type of situation is present in this perianth. Outer whorl is very small cephal-like structures. Inner whorl is big in size, large size and attractive. These are and petals-like structures. These are the inner whorl. Next, inner odd petal is different from the other two petals. You can observe in this. You can observe in this. This is the odd one petal. Okay. So it is the odd one. So these are the two different from another two. It is different from the two. This petal is called labellum or lip. This labellum is different shapes in different taxa. Example, in funnel shape in Catteya. You can see this is the Catteya flower. In this Catteya flower, the labellum is in funnel shape. And in a slipper shaped are present in Cypripedium. This is slipper shape of Cypripedium labellum. In Coryzanthis, the labellum in bucket shape. And in Orchis mascula, in Orchis the labellum is spider shaped. In Spathoglatis, The labellum is lobed. You can see these are the lobes of lobes are present in this labellum. That is the different shapes of labellums. Next, andrecium. In Orchidaceae family, mainly 2 or 3 stamens are present. Rarely 3 to 5 stamens are present. On the basis of stamen, the number of these stamens, the family again divided into 2 subfamilies. One is monandre, another one is diandre or polyandre. Monandre means they have only one stamen. So only one fertile stamen situated in the anterior side of the outer whorl. It is fuses with 2 fertile stigmas and form into a it is fused to the sterile stigma. It is called rostellum. So rostellum is present in monandre. In diandre, 2 fertile stamens fused with stigma, but rostellum is absent. What is rostellum? In Orchidaceae family, anthers are fused with the sterile stigma, that is called rostellum. So 2 stamens in inner whorl, example Apostacea, 2 stamens and 1 sterile stamen in the outer whorl, example Cypripedium. In Cypripedium you can observe 2 stamens are fertile, one is the sterile stamen are present in outer whorl, that is in Cypripedium. In 3 fertile stamens are present, example Neobedia. In 5 are fertile, example Arundinaria pentana. So actually anthers are dithecous, intros, longitudinal dehiscence are present. Pollen grains occur as a monads, tetrads and pollinia. Monads means only they have single, tetrads means 4 pollen grains in the form of only one. They are called tetrad. Sometimes the pollen grains in the form of mass, they are called pollinia. So pollen grains are monads or tetrads or pollinia in the form. Next, what is gynoecium? You can observe in Orchidaceae family, gynoecium is tricarpellary syncarpus. So how many carpels are present? 3 carpels are present. These 3 carpels are syncarpus. Syncarpus means the carpels are fused with each other and form into a look like a only one gynoecium, that is called syncarpus. Unilacular. Lacules also only one lacule are present. Ovary, inferior ovary is present. Many ovules are arranged on the parietal placentation. You can see this is the parietal placentation. Okay. In Apostacea, trilacular with the axial placentation is present. Terminal style and stigma is trilobed stigma also present in this Orchidaceae family. What is pollination? In pollination, so in pollination, it is through the insects. So called it is entomophilous. Flowers are protandrous flowers are present. Protandrous means andrecium is first developed. After that develops the gynoecium. That is called protandrous. So it is favored to the cross pollination. So presence of labellum, nectariferous glands on the spur attracted the insects. The sticky disc of the end of the caudicle help to attaches the pollen into the body of insect. At the flower, rotate 180 degrees angle labellum brought to the anterior part of the flower. It is suitable for the landing of a insect. When the insect land on the labellum, they try to get into the flower. The rostellum is displaced completely or partially. At the same time, the sticky disc of the end part of the caudicle, it is sticks to the body of the insect. When the insect is visited another flower, the pollinia touches the stigma opposite to rostellum. The pollen is completed. Pollination is completed. In orchis, pollinia reach the stigma due to the hygroscopic movement of the caudicle. Next, in Opris, you can observe a special type of sexual reproduction is present in Opris mascula. In this Opris, pollination is very interested. The flower are divided of a spur of nectar. Spur of nectar. The open flower morphologically resemble to the queen bee. The pollinia get attaches to the body of the male bee. Such male flower, when the female flowers have a visit another flower, the pollination was taken in the carrying. So thus that two types of pollinations are present in Orchidaceae family. So in Orchis mascula, you can observe this is the another plant, Opis mascula. The cross pollination is very interesting manner. The flower external features, you can observe there is a external feature in flower, that is Opis mascula. In this Opis mascula, it is resemble to female honeybee, but in male honeybee, it is thinking it is the female honeybee and attaches to that flower. The pollinia from the female flowers get attaches to the male bee. When the male bee is visited another flower, the pollination is occurred. That is cross pollination is present in this Orchidaceae family. In fruit, laculicidal capsule are present in Orchidaceae family. In some species, they have berry type of fruits also present. Next, what is the economic importance of Orchidaceae family? In this family, it is a decoration plants and medicinal values of these plants. Mainly, first one is medicinal plants. Decoration of vanda roots used to body paints and scorpion stings. Dendrobium bobatum, so decorium of vanda roots used in body paints and also scorpion stings, but Dendrobium bobatum plant extract is used as a laxative. It is for free motion, so it is one of the laxative medicine from the Dendrobium. Next is pseudobulb of Eulophia are used to treat sterility of infertility both in male and female. Next, some of the plants are aromatic plants. From these aromatic plants, one of the oil is extracted from the dry fruit of vanilla fragrance. It is used in ice creams and chocolate as a flavoring material. Next, fibrous. Fibers are derived from Dendrobium crumene are used in the hats. So dendrobium fibers also used as a preparing of hats. Next, another economic important is many of the orchids have making international value and cultivated in the garlands, vanilla, vanda and orchis, cypripedium, dendrobium, nervalia. Tubes of the plantanthera are edible. So in plantanthera tubers are edible tubers also present. It is the Orchidaceae family. Okay, very important. Thank you everyone.